One of the interesting dynamics that's happened in the last year or two with companies and what they're focusing on is up front, the discussion is about the customer, meaning the employee, meaning the end customer for a CSM type engagement, meaning an employee for HR. But what's amazing to me is we've left this chasm of we need to bring in ServiceNow or a tool to optimize, reduce workforce, save money, to the discussions are now around how do we service our customer the best. And then there's all of the tertiary things of that optimization and cost savings and starting to look at the value of renewal rates and how customer satisfaction affects renewal rates. 6 months ago, 12 months ago, 18 months ago, especially, our projects were extremely siloed. So we would work with HR on a project, or we would work with IT on a project, or we would work with the customer service organization on a project. And what I'm starting to see and what I'm really enjoying is when you're working on a customer, a CSM project or a customer service project, IT's involved, and you're also looking at IT processes and how all of those work together for a single flow, truly becoming a workflow across the entire business organization, not just in a siloed group. And it's a workflow from the customer's perspective. It used to be, okay, I'd open up one ticket, team would realize it wasn't a customer service or an HR ticket or IT ticket. They'd close it and open up another ticket. From an end user standpoint, they don't really care who's resolving it or what kind of ticket, right? They just have an issue and they want it fixed, whether it's a finance issue or whether it's a legal issue. They just want somebody to acknowledge that they have an issue and somebody to fix their issue. Being able to look at that workflow from an end user standpoint and acknowledge the input and let it go through the end until it's resolved and move it I think has not only helped with the whole optimization of the workflow and the people that are working on it, but also from a net promoter or from a customer satisfaction standpoint, it's helped them understand where their issue or where their request or where their case is in the whole journey. The conversations have really went from all of that optimization and financial savings to starting to look at it from an end user and a customer standpoint and how to improve that work life to be able to make them the most effective that you can. And then all of the other areas seem to follow. Customers are most concerned about flexibility in my mind. I think we've worked so hard over the past 4 or 5 years to get people into a vision and into a strategy and into a roadmap. And then 2020 came along and we all had that, oh crap moment, what do we do, right? And I think one of the things that's been interesting for me is as we're having these discussions and we're talking about future and we're talking about adoption and roadmap, the conversations are a little bit slower because we're trying to make that bandwidth that if things need to pivot, they can. I think our roadmaps and our strategies are much less aggressive because we want to give that flexibility if something comes. And what we've realized is that in our 12 and 24 month roadmaps and strategies, it's easy to bring things up if we need to, right? So we have a 12-month plan that probably would have been our 18-month plan 2 years ago. And it's easier to accelerate months 12 through 18. It was really eye-opening when you were moving months 6 through 12 back by a year or back by 6 months. So I think that's the biggest thing is people are a little bit less aggressive in their strategy and roadmap and what they want to accomplish outside of their normal run the business or keep the lights on type organizational tasks.